What's up guys, in this video I'm going to share with you why your curly hair routines suck. Okay, this is what you're doing wrong and what you can do differently to make them not suck. But before we get into that, like the like button. I'm gonna double down on it. Like the like button. Alright, first mistake is that you're not detangling your hair properly. Okay, your hair needs to be thoroughly detangled before you even add any product to it. Usually in my curly hair routine videos, my hair is already detangled before I even start. I'll leave a link to one of those videos, by the way, so you can know how to get your hair looking right. So I'm briefly gonna go over how you would detangle your hair. I do it in the shower, but you want to make sure that your hair is completely wet, sopping wet, and you also want to use a ton of leave-in conditioner. Do not be cheap with this, bro. This is not the time to count pennies. Alright, you gotta use the entire bottle if you have to. I use it all in one go. I use Aussie because, you know, it's relatively cheap. It's like $3 for one of the bottles. But you gotta use a lot. You also want to use like a detangling tool, or you can use your hands, but you want to use a detangling tool that has like wide gaps between the teeth. So I'd usually use a wide tooth comb first instead of something like really small. So you want to use that, and you want to start from the ends of your hair and work your way up to the roots. So stop doing all the way from up here, you know, starting from your scalp and just pulling all that hair out. What you want to do is you want to start from the ends, you know, work your way up to it. Think of it like you talking up a girl, bro. You don't want to just dive straight into the deep stuff, bro. You want to, you know, ease up to it. You know, hey, how you doing? How your day been? What you do? What you like? All that type of stuff. You single, you know, and you work your way up to, you know, the meat and gritty stuff. I just calm down. But here's a little bonus thing when it comes to that. Not only do you have to detangle your hair properly, but you got to make sure that your hair stays detangled until you're ready to put in those like curly hair routine products and stuff like that. So you may detangle your hair and, you know, 30 minutes go by and, you know, you hopped out of the shower and everything and you're ready to put the products in. But now your hair shrunk up, you know, it's starting to get a little bit more tangled now. So basically, you lost your progress, okay? So you need a way to save your process. Progress. You took English. So what I usually do is I will detangle my hair in sections, and after I finish a section, I will twist it up and use a hair clip to keep it in place. So that way my hair stays detangled, it stays separated until I'm ready to put those products in my hair. And speaking of sections, one of the other reasons why your curly hair routines suck is because you don't work in sections. You're just attacking your hair like a wild beast, coming at it from different angles, and you got no structure to it, my guy. Like a lot of things in life, it's better to have a system, right? So what I'll do is I'll separate my hair into four different sections, and then I'll take one of those sections, take majority of the hair, put it up, take a little bit, you know, spray it with water, you know, comb through it one more time, add some product to it, and then, you know, curl it, style it, then repeat. Take a section of hair, add the product, curl it, style it, then repeat. You want to have some structure when you're doing this, because not only does it make it faster because everything's already pre-detangled, everything is in the right spot, everything's ready to go, but also you don't want to be detangling one section of your hair, add some product to it, and then like you miss a little section of it, right? And then you move around to the other side of your head, and then everything is good, but you got this little section in the back here that you missed, and you're like, oh, I'll come back to it. But you didn't come back to it. Have a system, you know, detangle your hair, put it in sections, and then go through those sections one at a time. Another reason why your curly hair routines suck is because you're not moisturizing your hair, or you're not moisturizing it effectively. Here's the thing that you gotta understand. If you got afro hair, or you have the curly hair, right? So let's just talk about like type 3 and type 4 hair, right? If you got one of those hair types, your hair is naturally curly. What is the point of a curly hair routine? The point of a curly hair routine is to basically trap the form of those curls. Your hair is curly, but you know, it might frizz up and stuff, and that's when it turns into afro stuff. So you want to define those curls and you want to keep it in that shape, right? But you need the moisture in your hair first. Products like the gels and the custards and stuff like that, the only purpose they have is to define your curls and keep them in that shape. But if you're keeping this style in for like 2 weeks, right, you're gonna need a base. You're gonna need a base of moisture that's gonna last you throughout those 2 weeks. Now, I personally use the LCO method because my hair is high porosity. And if you wanna watch a video that's about, hair porosity and teaching you about all that stuff, if you don't know it, I got a separate video. I'll leave the link somewhere up there. I gotta promote. Help a brother out. Help a brother eat. Stop being stingy. Go watch the video. But you want to make sure that you got that base of moisture first. Do not be adding these curl products to your hair without, if your hair is not wet, if your hair is not damp, or if your hair is dry, okay? It's not going to come out good. I'm telling you right now, speaking from experience, it's not going to come out good. And speaking of products, another reason why you're shooting yourself in the foot is you're not using products that work well together or work well for your hair. I talked a little bit about hair porosity. There's other videos that go into that. But you want to use products that are specifically tailored towards your hair porosity, whether it's high porosity, low porosity, or medium porosity. But not only that, you want to use products that work well together, because the last thing that you want is to see a bunch of flaking in your hair. Your hair looks like a whole blizzard just passed through. You got snow, you got sand, you got flakes all up in your hair, right? So one way that you can test the products to make sure that they work well together before putting it on your head is get product A, put it on your hand, then get product B and try to mix them. Now, if they mix and it comes out clear and it starts to you'll know if it mixes well, right? Then you can say that, okay, those products work well together. But if they start to clump up, right? These just white balls and stuff that, pause. If you start to see these little white clumps form, then that's kind of an indication that, these products are not going to work well together, and therefore your hair is going to look like other. A lot of you aren't going to want to hear this one, but another reason why your curly hair routines may suck is because your hair simply isn't long enough, my guy. I want you to look at me. You're not that guy, pal. For your hair to curl, it needs to be long enough to actually curl. You need to actually be able to see the curl there, okay? This is basic science. I don't think I have to explain this to you, but if your hair is super short and you're trying to curl your hair, it's not doing anything. What are you doing? So be patient. Be patient, my guy. Wait a little while. Focus on the health of your hair. Focus on getting your hair right, growing your hair out, and you'll be good. This next one is probably the most important one. Now, let's say you did a curly hair routine and it actually came out fire, right? Your hair looks flawless, it dried, you go to sleep, you wake up the next day, and it looks like utter complete trash. You can't get your curly hair routine to last more than 24 hours. And it's probably because you're not stretching your hair in a way that preserves those curls at nighttime. So basically what I mean is you want to stretch your curls in a way where when you're twisting and turning throughout the night, it's not going to cause them to flatten up and condense and stuff like that. Now, one method that you could use is the banding method. That's where you get a bunch of satin scrunchies and then you basically tie them around sections of your hair to stretch them out. And then you put your bonnet on and you go to sleep. But another thing that you can do is the pineapple method, or what I like to call the man bun method. That's when you just kind of put your hair in a high poof so that the hair or most of your hair is lying it's not being flattened by the pillow. It's lying adjacent to it, parallel. Do you understand the shape that I'm trying to convey right now? But yeah, that tip definitely changed the game for me. Sleep with your hair stretched, and then your curly hair routines will last way longer. Alright guys, that's pretty much all for this video. I got a lot more. There's a lot of you're doing that's messing you up right now, okay? And if you want to fix it, hit that like button. You heard me before. Like the like button, bro. Like the like button and subscribe if you liked the video. And let me know if you want a part 2 of this video, because there's a lot more that I could go over. And if you like this video, you might actually like this one. So I advise you check it out. That's all for me, and I'll see you guys in the next video.